good.
You said?
Does it taste good? It's a different kind of tea than he's used to. Welcome back to the Duck Call Room. We're here with some friends. They're from very nearby. They came across a small pond over in a neighborhood called the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, we're here.
And our president just made a deal with them.
With them?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Are we in?
With us too.
Yeah.
With these two guys.
Are y'all royalty?
No, the president did not make a deal with us. Just to put it out there.
People
All right, we
believe
got
that.
Prince, Josh, and
Jase.
Duke Jase here with us.
Yeah.
You're Josh from England, number 2?
Yeah.
Junior?
Yeah, no, well, the first account got banned about 5 years ago, so I had to make a number 2, and it's still here.
But
so
you got your Bible, so apparently whatever
got
you
my
got
Bible.
banned for, you repented of.
Cheers to that.
But we're excited to
cheers.
have some English people in the house.
Right.
We have made fun of England more than any other country on this podcast.
Of course you have.
Well, maybe
Well,
Canada.
they're like a first cousin.
That's right. Are we the first Brits on the podcast, or have you had more?
See, we don't know what a Brit is. Because y'all...
Hey, I got a question. Is an Irishman a Brit?
Well,
Oh,
Northern Irish.
evidently that'd be no.
Yeah.
I have no idea what part of Irish he was from.
Irish. Ireland. I mean,
Ireland.
it's
I've
close.
been there.
He's an Irishman.
Yeah, he's an Irishman.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Every American always says, I've got some Irish in me. Do you know this guy? No, we don't know that guy, all right? I know, like, your descendants from, hundreds of years ago. We don't know who they are. And we don't know the royal family. We don't know anybody else who's famous in the UK.
Well, then why are you here?
Because you guys invited us.
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I was at my house the other day. I was flipping through, and then all of a sudden, there's these 2 British guys on my Instagram feed. I don't know who they are, and they're like, "Hey, we're from England," and I'm not going to try and do the impression. They said, "And we're headed to Shreveport,
Okay.
Louisiana." I've been to Europe. I didn't even stop in y'all's country. I went to the cooler ones.
Hold on, what are the cooler ones?
Italy and stuff. But no, I'm just kidding. But when y'all are like looking at the map and y'all said, let's go to the United States of America, what made you say,
Hoorah. We're ready. We're
Shreveport?
here. Okay. We knew you'd ask this on the way
You
down.
should've.
I said, I guarantee they ask about Shreveport. Do you want to let them know, mate?
Well, we dive into multiple different states. Louisiana was this trip. We wanted to visit Louisiana.
are we number 1 or 2?
What, in terms of what? State?
State.
We've been to like 25 states.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've hit a lot of states.
How long have you been here?
We've been coming back and forth for
Oh,
2
yeah.
years now.
Okay, I
Do
see.
the research, man. Where's the research team?
We don't have one.
Okay,
we
fair
don't
enough.
have one. We're a very small podcast. We
Okay.
just saw you like trying to chew a crawfish head, so we're gonna bring you in to make fun of you.
My
Yeah.
bad. Sorry about that.
Here's the deal. How was it so far?
Well, Jase, Shreveport, how do we get on? It was...
Yeah, so Louisiana, we thought, okay, we'll go to the most northern city in Louisiana, and Shreveport apparently was the 3rd most populated. So, okay, we'll go there. What there must be stuff to do there. I booked a motel, thinking we'll just stop there for the night or 2. And this may have been the worst motel.
It may have been the one me and Si stayed in
Yeah.
by accident.
I think I saw you guys there, actually.
In other words, I was going to ask you, okay, where do you rate this? Is it a gar hole or worse than that?
It was, listen, so Jase went in and he found it quite funny. And I said, yeah, you'll find it funny for 10 minutes. The novelty will wear off, then
true.
we'll realise. 5 minutes went by, we're like, we're leaving.
It was the sort of motel you wipe your feet on the way out.
Yeah,
It was that
It
type of vibe.
it
But
wasn't...
we don't want to put a bad light on Shreveport itself. 'cause
We do.
We didn't want to...
No, we're okay,
It's okay.
making fun of Shreveport. They're terrible.
No, it's okay.
We haven't really explored Shreveport, just that one motel, and it wasn't great. But
That's all I ever went there
Yeah.
for too.
So what do y'all think about the food so far?
I think it's the best state in America for food. I'll say that 100%. And we've not even tried gumbo or jambalaya or...
Wow. Boudin. You tried Boudin.
We tried some... I said, yeah, we call it Bowdin by accident.
No, it ain't Bowden.
Yeah,
Have you
sorry.
had any fish and
Boo,
chips?
Boudin.
No.
Not in America. I mean, in the UK. I mean, okay, I will say Americans, they do need to learn how to do fish and chips. You guys, no, hold on now. Unless you tell me a restaurant that does it good, I will die on that hill.
They just have crawfish and fries.
But
They
you
don't need
guys,
it.
the crawfish boils, incredible. That's better than fish and chips. It is. But we ate it wrong. We ate the shell. and we got blasted for it online.
Yeah.
Louisianans went crazy.
So they put a video up of them. They're like, "We're gonna try crawfish for the first time," and they literally were like,
Sorry, is that the British Redcoat dance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how to do the dance.
I know a lot of people that bust the claws and eat them.
No,
No.
they're like dipping,
No,
dipping
stop
the
it.
shell.
They put
Yeah.
their head and
Well,
mouth.
hey, look, they know something. No, look, they know something we don't. It's good for the digestive system.
Amen, son. That's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
talking
Hey,
about.
To be
okay,
fair,
hey, the
side-
roughage. Hey, you gotta have roughage.
Si eats the peel of oranges.
Respect. I
That's a new
respect
one.
that, you know? I
Oh, no,
respect
hey,
it.
look.
That's why his beard's so
That's
healthy.
why I eat healthy.
Yeah.
The best part is in the peeling.
The roughage.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that. I'll probably throw up, but I'll try
Well,
it.
no, it's pretty tough.
You will.
Yeah.
Take little bites. Yeah.
So
Take
they
little
went from
bites.
Redcoats to Rednecks.
Yeah,
Huh?
amen to that,
They
brother.
went from Redcoats to Rednecks.
That's good. I like
So
that.
for our fans,
Yeah, go on.
what brings you to? Why you said you've been to America 25 times? I just found you because you got lost in Shreveport, and I love it. It's my favorite thing ever because that town scares me. But what brings you to America 25 times?
Every state is like a different country. You know what I mean? In the UK, it's pretty similar, apart from the cities. You come here, we heard about the Cajun culture. This place is like a movie set. I don't know what's going on, and the love people have showed us is so nice. We go into any that's why we're late, by the way. Went to a gas station, we got hounded. It's like a little mini meet and greet. I don't know how you guys get on television stars, but we it's
You
crazy
got
out
recognized
here.
in the gas
Oh, it's like a
station?
mini meet and greet. It was crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're in the algorithm because all of Louisiana's making fun of you right
Yeah,
now
I know.
for A, staying in a motel in Shreveport, and B, eating a crawfish.
Yeah, yeah.
But we appreciate. I'll say this: I appreciate two dudes who are y'all are a little bit of fish out of water, just diving
yeah.
in and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are kind of like
Explorers.
Pickers.
the walkabout. Who's
Oh yeah. The Crocodile Dundee.
crocodile?
Well, he's from
Dundee.
Australia.
Y'all are doing y'all are doing a walkabout in the United States of
Yeah.
America.
Well, what's funny is every time I meet Americans, 90% of the time they'll go, "Are y'all from Australia?" I'm like, sometimes we'll just go, "Yeah, we are." You know what?
It's
My
easier.
son thinks Zazu from the Lion King's Australian, and he's willing to die on that hill.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he's British. I think. Can we just? Every one of y'all, I have to ask, why y'all Great Britain sometimes and England others?
Oh, you want to know the difference between England and Great Britain?
Well, there's like 5 countries in one of them
We
countries.
got you. Yeah, Jase, go on. Let's do a little geography lesson.
He doesn't know. He pointed. He said, "Dude, let him."
I'm trying to
take it."
share some airtime here.
He goes,
you know?
"We get you. You go."
You know, I'm trying to even it out a little bit.
Basically, Great Britain is made of 4 countries: Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Where's the other one?
Hold on, break it down for him.
No, I got that.
the
okay,
other one's
okay.
England, where we're from. So
Okay.
England is one of the countries in Great Britain.
So Wales is basically the Shreveport of Great Britain, but why does Wales have their own soccer team? And then y'all get like the swimming team in your Great Britain.
Okay. So in the Olympics, we'll compete as Great Britain, not as the individual countries. The soccer teams are Wales, England, Scotland. But England's the best soccer team, the football team. But I'll say soccer to humour you.
Football's coming home one of these days.
One of these.
How
days.
do you know that saying?
Done his research.
Well,
You know-
I've been waiting for it to come home, and y'all still
Listen,
haven't brought
I'll
it
say
home.
it, you are a Redcoat officially. If you say that, you're officially a Brit. Welcome.
I got
Welcome.
them. Yeah, Manchester United sucks, but whatever.
That's my team. Oh. I'm not going to speak for the rest of the podcast. Enjoy.
Maybe
All
I
the
did.
best.
Maybe I did my research there, old man.
Okay, I have been reading a book. Okay, the title of it is "More Than a Carpenter." One of the chapters in there is it Jesus the only way to get to heaven? It words it a little different. It doesn't mention his name. It just says it is the only way. And I go to the verse where Jesus himself speaking, saying, "I am the way, the truth, the resurrection, the light." Okay, so yes, dummy, he's the only way.
That's the most Louisianan thing. Yes, dummy.
It's a loose translation.
That's
Well,
the side
most
thing.
people,
Hold on.
most people ask that.
I know, but you had to spring a bit of American on there at the end. Yes, dummy. You should look right down the lens and said
Yeah,
that.
it don't. There's no other way.
Yeah.
And this book, really, I've always said, and I'm not a Bible scholar by any means, it stretches the imagination. I've always said, if I run upon somebody that don't believe in him, I said, well, I got more proof that he is who he says he is and has done the things he says he's done that's been recorded by, I said, then you can come up with anything that, can shoot it down. Because you can't.
Woo. I can feel the Holy Spirit. That's
No.
Hey, wait till he breaks out some more of that Si International version on you, dummies.
No
one comes to the
if
Father
you don't
except
get,
through
if
me,
you don't
you
get
dummies.
fired up about this, okay, when you can see everything he's created, and here's the mind blower of all. He just didn't create it randomly. He created it for all of us.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a guy that prefers to drive over fly, just simply because I don't like to be a captive audience. And if I'm delayed, it's just traffic and I'm not sitting in an airport for 2 hours. I can generally make it through there. And look, that's what's fun. Like if you're thinking, man, I'd like to travel out west on an RV, and I don't own one, but I
always
can rent
wanted
one.
an RV.
But you get to look and you're like, man, where am I going to stop and spend the night? Look, this was a big deal for us back in the day when we had the RV going duck hunting. Now, the difference is on our RV, it had all of our faces on it. But it was so hard to find a campground with availability. Like you never knew. You just drove until you saw a sign for one, and then me or Godwin would pull over, and hopefully we could hook up there, dump water, all the things for the night and do it. But let me tell you, this 2025, there's a better way. This podcast is sponsored by Harvest Host. Do you own or rent an RV? The Harvest Host membership gets you unlimited, no-fee overnight RV stays at 9,500 locations across the U.S. and Canada. You just simply sign up for $79 a year, book your favorite destinations, and enjoy unique RV stays all year long. Do you know how much easier that would have made traveling this country duck hunting in an RV? That right there. Forget parking your RV at a boring rest area. Harvest Host lets you stop overnight at amazing locations like wineries, orchards, museums, farms, golf courses, drive-in movie theaters, and so much more. See, I could have went to the drive-in with Si.
I'm looking at the website right now, Martin. There's so many to choose from. It's exciting.
That's what I'm talking about. And they make trip planning easy with their mapping tool. You can filter by attraction type, rig length, and more to show you host locations that are on your route. All you have to do is pick your destinations and book. Most hosts confirm with you in 5 minutes, and with over 50,000 5-star reviews, you're sure to love your journey. And the membership, again, just $79 a year. You can finally sign up for a service that doesn't break the bank. Head to harvesthost.com and use code DUCK for 20% off Harvest Host membership. Once again, that's harvesthost.com for 20% off, and make sure you use our promo code
DUCK
so they know we sent you.
Is that how y'all preachers talk over there?
Oh no, we're a bit. I like it. I mean, I prefer that way. We're a bit more reserved, like hands in, we're quiet. And us Brits are very,
I hate
reserved. And
I hate that. I really
I can't help the way I'm
No,
shy.
because I hate that for this reason.
Okay.
If anyone should be happy and loud and proud, it should be the Christian.
Yeah, dance like Daniel. I know.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say British people.
Yeah, fair.
We're Christian. Yeah, okay, I got
Look,
you.
if he believes in the Father, Son, and Holy
I'm with
Spirit,
you.
he's with me.
Yep.
Well, but so
Okay.
you brought your Bible.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And you probably go to a different style of church than Louisiana here. And that's totally just
I'm guessing it's Baptist, right? Are we talking like a Baptist?
Friend, you don't want to go down that road with us.
We'll have a conversation off
Well,
camera.
no.
I don't want to deviate.
No. We're
No.
team to everybody.
Yeah.
We're a strange
look.
bunch.
Yeah.
Hey, my brother.
Everybody's welcome.
My brother started this about 10 to 15 years ago. He told the people where I go to church, take the stupid name off the building.
So get rid of denominations.
We go to your church and you go to our
Yeah.
church.
We
You
are
say,
the
why,
church.
Why don't we stop all this division, okay, and say, who died for you? Oh, that would be the Godhead, and there's 3 of them: Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Woo!
That's what that's for.
I want to.
You know?
I don't know what
Yo,
that means.
and
Is
look.
that the Holy Spirit button?
No, hey, here's the thing. And then if people ask you, well, hey, who do you worship? Hey, I say it this way. I run with a gang.
A good gang.
A good gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
and
different
that'd
kind
be-
of gang. It's a
That'd
twist.
be God the Father, God the Son, and God the
That's a
Holy
sign.
Spirit. And hey, if you run with them, guess what?
You run with
you my
Si.
You're
brother.
my brother or you're my sister.
My question was, though, because no matter which flavor we are of whatever it is, that Louisiana church is going to look different than British church. And, you know, I've been to Epcot, but I also have been to Europe.
Epcot.
That was a joke.
But-
anyway, and y'all have got these buildings that are unbelievable while we go to church in glorified gyms, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't even know what city y'all are from. Manchester?
No, that is where have you picked that from?
Well, you said that's the. Oh, you're just a fan of the good team. So you're like a Yankee, Alabama fan, Laker fan. Okay. Caught you on that one.
Yeah.
So where are y'all from?
Nottingham.
Not-
Nottingham, yeah.
What do we say to
Nottingham.
Americans when we describe where we're from?
Well, we have,
Well, Robin Hood's running
Yeah.
around stealing stuff.
Don't
yeah.
take our line. That's what we're meant to say.
Hey, I've done my
Hey,
British.
don't badmouth Robin Hood.
I'm not.
You side.
I'm for Robin Hood.
Look, he robbed from the rich and gave to the poor, for crying out loud.
There we go. Exactly. Yeah.
So now my son is stationed in the Air Force at Lakenheath, and so we went to go visit him.
Where is that?
Yeah, where is that? Sounds like it's Lord of the Rings. Or
Hey,
something.
you don't got him. He don't know.
It's in England.
That's a Hobbit
And
land, isn't it?
here's my question: why do y'all hate ice?
You do.
I couldn't
like the
find any
deportation
ice.
company.
oh,
What,
yeah,
what?
yeah. No,
Like,
this is
what's
you're
that?
like this every time we come to America about the
Ice.
crushed ice.
This
Yeah.
right here.
Ice?
You don't have that.
What's ice? No, I'm joking.
What's ice?
Y'all don't have ice.
Oh, you talking about the people that helped
Why
deport?
does my manager keep calling? Why?
Oh, hey, hang around. He'll call a lot.
Yeah, no, look, we don't have crushed ice in the UK. So I come here, get myself to Sonic, get a crushed ice, styrofoam cup, Dr. Pepper, blows my mind.
That's the only
Incredible.
reason he said. Okay, now,
Now we
we
know.
now have the. Why
There
have
we
you
go.
come here 25 times?
We keep trying to smuggle it back, but
Sonic.
it melts.
Yeah.
Americans trapping. Yeah. But I don't even know how we got here. I was
I
asking.
love how we've gone from Jesus to crushed ice. That's
Oh,
not
hey,
welcome to the duck
welcome
call
to the duck call room.
No, I want to know about their church back home
Yeah.
in Nottingham.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it like a cathedral? Do you walk in and like don't
What?
move?
Yeah, we're in a cult. No. We all wear robes. I'm like, oh, no. It's-
Because I would go to that just for fun.
Okay, so my church is a little bit old-fashioned. Unfortunately, we only sing psalms, and it's a bit, sitting in the.
You sing the psalms?
Just the psalms, yeah.
From the Bible.
From the Bible.
That's
yeah,
kinda
our
tight.
church is very, very strict when it comes to.
But see, that's ingrained in the Brits.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
cool,
Tell them,
though.
Si.
No,
I've been saying this.
It's not. Hey, this is not derogatory.
No, yeah.
Derogatory.
It is not
derogatory.
Yeah, derogatory.
It's definitely
Hey, I
not
get it right. I get it right,
deregulatory.
man. But that's inbred in y'all.
Inbred.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
no, we're not
To be-
inbred.
No,
Si.
that's us. That's
Oh,
us.
okay,
It's
yeah,
all
you
good.
guys. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you've always got to be proper.
Okay, yeah, not inbred.
Are you proper?
Well, I'm not inbred. If being not inbred means being proper, I'm proper. I just want to put it out there. Listen, the Royals all them years ago, they might be a little bit inbred.
You were taught that to be that.
What,
There
inbred?
you go.
Oh, not inbred. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, guys.
oh, okay. Maybe the
Sorry.
wrong choice of
Yeah,
words.
yeah, I'm getting.
They were conditioned to believe.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, no, they was taught.
Ingrained.
They was
We're gonna go
taught.
with ingrained in you.
Yeah,
To
there
be
you go.
very proper.
Yeah, ingrained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like whipped as a baby. If you don't believe, I don't know why we're American. I don't know why I went American. We don't mess around over there, you know. If you actually don't believe in the UK, you get stoned to death. So that's no lie.
Well, that's biblical.
Well, Old Testament. You know.
Hey,
The British
different.
people in the
Very
Church of
different.
Christ are all together.
Yeah, we like the New Testament over here. I'm just-
No.
We're losing it. We're losing it.
I
I
know
know
we're
we're gonna
gonna
lose it.
we are.
No, we
losing
ain't
it.
losing
Get
it.
back on
Crush
track.
Dr.
Okay.
Pepper in Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, no, like Nottingham, Manchester United, but that's the right team. That's the right team.
You just abandoned the home team?
Yeah,
Nottingham?
yeah.
I support the home team.
One question.
Yep.
What's the neatest thing you found in America?
Epcot.
No, that's in Disney World. Do you know
That
what-
has fish and chips.
Yeah, it doesn't though.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Have
What,
you
do we
ever
answer
had
size first or yours?
Mine, his first.
Go ahead. It'll make a difference. I'll wait.
McDonough's. I got on fish and chips. Is there a
Okay.
restaurant over there called McDonough's?
Brother, that's like me asking you, right? A random restaurant
thought it was a
over in
chain.
Arkansas.
I thought
and
it was a
going, do you
chain.
know
McDonald's.
this?
McDonough's.
No,
no, no.
McDonald's.
Not McDonald's.
Hold on.
I thought you just had the
McDonough's
accent.
It's really good.
No,
it
no.
had fish and chips. I was hoping it was a chain,
That-
and I was going to get y'all to send me some. Apparently, it's not a chain. Don't worry about it. Moving on. What's the most interesting thing you've ever seen here in
I
America?
love Americans. They think the UK is like the really small, like there's like 10 people living on this island. But I'll
To be fair, it's the size of Louisiana, and y'all are all stacked on top of each
Yeah.
other.
I
you-
think the
you
UK is bigger than Louisiana.
You can drive here for hours and never come to the end. I
Well,
mean,
most people that come over here, I know Germans because I spent 12 and a half years in Europe.
In Germany?
When I was in the military.
Whereabouts, can I ask?
I asked, my mode is Germany and then Zweibrücken.
Respectfully, Si,
know.
I have no clue what you've just said there, and I would actually like to know. So I'm going to have to backtrack. Where was the place?
What did I say the first one? Hey, I
He don't
forgot
know
what it is.
The accent is what? Fair play.
No,
You've
what
got
I'm
me
looking
stumped.
was the other one, bomb holder.
That's not how they
Bomb
pronounce
holder.
it. They pronounce it not
It's near-
bomb
hey.
holder.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Bomb holder, you'd be better looking up Kaiserslautern.
Kaiserslautern.
Or
Okay.
Yeah, you know where that's at.
Bomb holder sounds
K-Town.
more like a
It's
job.
right over there by Great Britain.
Right over
It's
there.
K-Town.
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 Okay.
In the
Small
house.
world.
Zweibrücken is right on the France-German border.
Okay. Well, we're pretty close to the France-German border, genuinely. So it's quite a
That's good news.
yeah. Europe's quite small. Genuinely, it is very, very small.
Yeah, over there by that forest.
Over there by that forest. Yeah. What forest? Who knows? Just
So
a forest.
what's the coolest thing y'all have done since you've been over here
in Louisiana or America?
in America?
In America.
America first, Louisiana second.
Listen, that RV trip was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did. So we said we've been to like 25 states. That doesn't mean we've been visiting 25 times. We kind of visited maybe 6, 7, but we ticked off a lot of states in this RV trip, and that was 31 days together in an RV.
Yeah.
Very close proximity.
How did you tick them off?
What do you mean?
Well, it was Arizona to New York.
Yeah. So
Y'all drove from Arizona to New York?
yeah, 31 days it was. Yeah,
31 days, guys. That's a long time.
we saw some crazy stuff. We tried noodling.
Noodling,
Okay.
guys.
Catfish? dude?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't exist where we're from. So
No.
that was
They
bonkers.
are rednecks.
Yeah,
Guys,
I told you.
I bet. Okay, name one thing, right? A cultural thing in America. I bet we've done it. Name something that's like so left field. I bet we've done it. Go on, name something that you would not expect a Brit to do. Noodling, done it.
That's a pretty solid
Yep.
one.
Frog gigging.
We're doing that this trip. We're going
Okay.
to a frog festival and we're going frogging. Yeah.
Where are you going? Frog Festival.
There's a frog festival nearby. Should I get them to pay for the promo, or what do we? I don't know. There's a frog festival nearby. I don't know.
We got a lot of
Hey, if
festivals.
Jace was here, Jace would know about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the
Jace,
frog guy.
Jace is the frog man of the Robertson family.
Okay. Hey, what we did was, which was badass. We went on a hoverboat and we fired a bow and arrow like Robin Hood, and we was
You were bow fishing.
Bow fishing, yeah. And we got catfish and garfish.
Oh,
There was a
okay.
picture of me holding this massive garfish with a hole right through its head. I felt the most badass I've ever felt in my life.
Did you eat it?
You can't eat garfish; it's quite hard to fillet apparently. But catfish, we had catfish.
I mean, you
nuggets.
can eat
You can
them.
eat a gar.
Ah,
I've eaten a gar in this room. It tastes terrible.
You can eat
Yeah.
anything once, can't you?
It tastes
I
like
guess.
it
We've got
smells.
Walmart, guys. Chill.
Yeah, don't go and eat a gar.
Do not do it.
Yeah.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
British
that.
fish and chips is way better than
But
that.
hey, in case somebody might tell you to shoot a frog with an arrow, don't do it.
Shoot a frog with a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
Now that
no.
does sound American.
Don't do it because hey, next time you'll hear is a snap. He'll break your arrow, and you'll see it going down the creek.
One thing we did
Hey,
do, we
that's experience speaking. I had a buddy of mine that was he was a Robin Hood freak. Okay, because he could shoot a bow. So we let him do it, and then we said, "No, you just let a good one get away."
Okay.
He said, "Wait a minute, guys, that was just the first time." He said, "Next time I know what to do." And I said, "What's that?" He said, "I'll stick him right through the nose, and he'll back up, and then I can just go down there and pick him up, take the arrow out of him."
It's Kevin Costner.
So hey, nope. That's hey. So he started shooting that way and was okay.
There is one thing my wife loves about our podcast, and surprisingly, it ain't you.
Well, hey, that's wonderful.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
But he's
I
such
mean-
a smooth talker to all the ladies.
She loves the fact that we introduced her to Nutrafol because Nutrafol supports hair growth from within for visibly thicker, fuller hair in just 3 to 6 months for both men and women. And that was the cool part because, like, after she had the boys, that wrecked her hair. And I never knew that was a thing because I'd never had children before. I said, hey, look, our friends over at Nutrafol got this blend called Postpartum. Why don't you give that a whirl? Because she had been trying things, different shampoos, different this, different that. Nothing was working. And she said, okay, I'll give it a whirl. And wouldn't you know it? It worked. And now she's graduated to the Nutrafol Women's Core for women under 45. And I know you're wondering, you may have heard of Nutrafol's hair growth supplements and wonder, do they actually work? It is a fair question. Many hair supplements overpromise and underdeliver, but Nutrafol is different. As the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, It's trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months.
Fertilized for hair.
It is. There you go. Look, that's one way to look at it, but you fertilize from within. It's vetted by doctors. Lots of supplements can't say their formulations are clinically tested and their research published in peer-reviewed journals. But Nutrafol tests everything from growth and quality to shedding and texture. Look, it's easy. You can order online, no prescription, and get free shipping, automated deliveries, and up to 20% off with a subscription. Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code
Duck.
Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code
Duck.
That's Nutrafol.com. Promo code
Duck.
I'm trying to think of the most American thing one can possibly
Oh no,
do.
Jace has got one here, man.
We rode a bull.
We rode a bull.
Oh, you
Alive.
rode a bull?
Yeah.
A live bull.
That's, hey, mind control.
Whoa.
I like that scroll on TV, mind control. I was thinking, rode a bull.
Yeah,
done
there
it.
you go, Si.
I'm
So if
serious.
you've been catfish noodling,
Yep.
if you've ridden a bull,
Yep.
And we've shot guns. It was 2v2. We were dressed as Redcoats versus 2 veterans.
y'all were shooting at people?
No, we went
I was
against.
about to say, American is a gun. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. We went against 2 ex-Marines. One guy had 1 leg and he beat us. He was so cool. We called him the Pirate. He's such a cool guy.
Well, he called himself the pirate.
called himself
we
the
didn't, we
pirate.
didn't give him that nickname.
Yeah, we fired a 50 cal. 50 cal.
And they took my shoulder
Oh, that's
off.
good.
Yeah, that was.
I've actually got scope bite here
Yeah.
where it broke my nose when I fired a rifle against tannerite. It was like, how many was that? 200 pounds of tannerite,
yeah,
something like that.
I don't think it was that much.
I don't know, but yeah, the scope hit me right here and it broke my nose.
Do they let y'all come back home? Like when they
Not
see
really.
what y'all are doing?
Yeah, they send us back. They strip our red coat and say, "Go back to where you came
Go
from."
back where you came from.
Yeah. But we've done a lot of stuff. We rode a bull. One of the scariest experiences of my life.
Yeah, I
Where
know.
did you ride a bull at?
Did you
That
ride
makes a
for 8
difference.
seconds?
And how many seconds?
Well, that's a funny story. So,
Because if it was in like Arkansas, that's not a bull.
no, I think it was.
Colorado.
But we had to drive through.
We had to drive.
What state was we in?
I can't remember. But basically, a follower reached out and we followed them down these back roads for like 2 hours. And they said, "Yep, follow us. We're going to show you how to ride a bull." We thought we were going to die.
This guy gets out. He's got no front teeth. He's got his dog had 1 leg missing, and we thought we're
not joking.
This could
His
be this-
dog had 1 leg missing?
and
That-
he
that's
was the
normal.
bull rider, right?
he was the guy that has to distract the bull. I don't think he's very good.
Yeah. But it was very, very scary. And the guy cattle prodded the bull. I didn't realize until the footage came out.
He what?
Zapper thing. That he zapped the bull.
No, electric shocker.
So the bull's like, and I didn't realize. And it,
See,
yeah.
they didn't tell him the deal.
Yeah.
They had him in the deal and told him, "You ready?" Yep.
Yeah. That's
Hold
exactly
on.
what he did.
They shot the
I've
bull.
got so many more questions.
Yeah.
Do y'all just open the DMs and say, we're on our way?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's our whole trip. That's how we plan our
It's
whole
going
trip.
to be the beginning and the end. All
Listen,
right.
eventually our luck will run out and we will die.
Yeah, Buffalo Bob's going to message y'all one of these days.
Yeah, we've made
Who's
memories
Buffalo
though.
Bob?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
He's going to have your face one day. Anyway. It's going to wear it. God, that's crazy.
You guys do that here, do you?
Y'all just got in a car and followed some guy in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, Colorado?
Yeah. We signed a waiver. So
They're more American than me. I'm going to say
He
it.
said, "We signed the waiver."
I'm out.
We
You
don't.
know, wait, hold on. The waiver was a handwritten note on an A4 pad of paper. It was like, "Can you sign here?" And I was like, "Okay."
It had blood on it as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried him on that. Okay, we're supposed to be driving a Ferrari.
You guys do it different here. He's got a Rolex on. You're driving Ferraris. What's going on? We need to do something different.
The man's observant. The man is observant. I sell worms for a living, by the way.
Listen, that's blinding my eyes. I need to get some sunglasses
He'll
on.
pickpocket you. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I'm coming
Yeah.
after that. You be careful.
Well, I've been to. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I have in Epcot. Anyway.
So we gotta keep Uncle Si away from them because he's as crazy as they are.
Yeah, he would just go
He would take them
places.
to a monster truck. This guy's jumped 10 crushed cars in a monster truck.
Have you done that?
And nobody knew it but him. He was
Yeah, everybody else. This one and my nephew was in the stand. Well, they was with me when I asked the guy that owned the truck. You know, he asked Phillip asked Slim, what is Uncle Si? What's he gonna do? I got to know. I'm his handler. So the guy said, "Oh, he's gonna get in one of the trucks. We're all gonna parade out there, all 8 trucks. He's gonna be in number 3 and pull up on a dirt berm." Get out, take his helmet off, everybody's going to go nuts.
So I didn't have to sign any paperwork
So
for this.
look, that's all
That's all he's
all
gonna
that
do.
he's heard. They leave. Well, I get in a stupid golf cart with Joe, Slim's right-hand man, and he said, Uncle Si, what the boss say you was going to do? He said, I told him, I said, I'm going to be in the third truck and do this. And he said, man, hey, you're Uncle Si. You need to jump some crushed cars. So I said, well, okay.
Yeah.
So look, they kill the house lights. It shows two idiots carrying a 12-foot ladder out.
Idiots.
Okay, with me following them with my helmet in my hand. They watch me crawl in the window of this monster truck. Okay, they take the ladder away. Okay, they put a spotlight on the truck. I fire that bad boy up. This thing's got a 440 Hemi on it. So it's whoa, 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 whoa. So look.
He's gone.
Time out. We got a tea catastrophe. The tea had ice in it.
I'm so sorry. Hold on.
911.
I was drinking the tea. I looked up. I saw Si go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, man.
But anyway, so look, I've told one of the guys, he come walking by me, he perfected a 360 backward flip. He would just run into a wall of dirt, flip the car, and land, So he told me, he said, hey, that's the best truck we got, the one you was driving. He said, number two, it does great donuts. And I said, well, hey, here's the thing. You do this for a living. Tell me what I got to do. He said, oh, Robertson, ain't nothing to it. It's a piece of cake. He said, see the dirt berm on this side of them crushed cars? I said, yep. He said, see the dirt berm on the other side? I said, yep. He said, oh, wait, remind me. He said, you was in the military, right? I said, yeah. He said, was you airborne? I said, nope. He said, you're fixing to be.
You're fixing to be.
I pull out of the motor pool, and he had told me, hey, make wide turns. Big wide turns, because the tires are 8 foot tall. So I make a big wide turn, get down there, and make a big wide turn, get lined up on the dirt berm, and they told me, he said, hey, then it's all, the car takes over. Just stomp it put your pedal to the metal all the way to the floor, and then hang on. Yeah.
Just pray.
So look, they're watching me. These two idiots here are watching me. And they're arguing about, well, hey, this guy, he crawled out of the car somehow, but I don't know, because this guy here's fixed to jump something. Well, about that time, look, I stuck the pedal. I put my big toe, in the carburetor. Well, hey, this thing reared up like a stallion.
So Josh is looking. Josh and Jase are looking at the picture right now, Si.
So look.
You're airborne right here, yeah.
So look, I finally hit, and when I do, my near turns over. I'm spinning the tires of steering wheel, fixing to make it blow up, turn over, do something spectacular. And this stupid thing, clunk, 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 dies on me. Well, I thought the engine died on me. Truth is, I found out later, Slim had one of the kill switches, remote kill switch. He ruined my greatest opportunity.
You were 10 foot in the air in a monster truck.
I know it, but hey, look, I'd have been doing
And he wasn't
something.
supposed to be jumping this guy's truck.
What a way to go out, though. Imagine.
Oh, yeah.
That was your last
That's evil
moment
Knievel.
in a massive monster
Yeah,
truck.
I
That's
couldn't
cool.
believe he was doing it. I was like, no way.
Look, he jumps out of the stand screaming, after the crowd. It sounds like a roar from the crowd. He gets louder than the crowd
Oh, it
screaming.
wasn't that loud.
Yeah, he was screaming at me. What's wrong with you, you old man? Are you trying to kill yourself? And I said, no. He said, what was you thinking? I said, well, I probably wasn't. And I said, but then he showed me the picture. And I'm looking and I'm saying, wait a minute, hold it.
That's the picture that y'all saw.
Yeah.
I got to counting, My tires are above the 17th row in the stand.
How did you feel when you was airborne?
Hey, look, I thought I was going to have a heart attack and die. See, I'd had open heart surgery about 2 years before that.
Oh, no.
So look, when I went up in the air, I'm looking like this. Then the next time I'm looking like this, and I'm going, and I had to say, settle down, you old fool. You fixing to have a heart attack right here if you don't stop.
Yeah, we're not as crazy as you, Si.
Hey.
So
Look.
that's why I wouldn't sign any papers the next time we went to an event
Yeah,
where
so
he was going to
somebody
drive.
asked me one time after that, why I was at another event. He said, well, what else is on your bucket list? And I said, well, them big drag racers that's got the big giant balloon tires and the bicycle tires out there 14 foot in front of you. I said, I'm gonna break the standing record driving that. So look, 2 weeks later, I'm at another event. Hey, this idiot pulls up with one on his trailer. Well, we get to talking. He says, well, sure, you can do it. So we get to talking, and I said, well, wait a minute. He said, hold it. He said, oh, 'cause I remember something about you having a bypass heart surgery or something like that. I said, yeah, but that was about 5 years ago. I said, what's that got to do with it? He said, well, this thing, when it's going down the highway, down the drag strip, he said, it pulls about 5 to 7 G's. He said, your heart may not be able to take that. I said, hold that thought a minute. Let me think. So I said that thing, and I said, hey, I got it worked out. I said, when I go to the doctor for a checkup, and he's telling me I got about 2 months to live, I said, I'm going to call you. And I said, I'm fixing to win with your car. And I'm going to have the fastest record ever was.
One last hurrah.
Yeah.
That's why we don't turn him loose by
and
himself.
here's how it's going to happen. The green light hits, I'm there and looking at the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
The green light hit, I take off and I'm just roaring down there. And look, as soon as them bicycle tires go across the line at 380 miles an hour, the nitro engine blows up. I go to heaven and I bust the record.
There it is.
There you go.
What a story.
And then, you know what I'm singing all the way up there? I went out in a blaze of glory, baby.
I was thinking I'll fly away.
I was thinking Ring of Fire.
Free bird.
Ring of Fire.
As we head from spring into summer here in the South, now is the time. With all this rain that we've been getting, it's going to end, and it's going to give you time to get out in your yard and to transform your yard and make it look even better than it does right now. If you want to know the easiest way to do that, we got you. FastGrowingTrees.com is the easiest way to do that because Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the U.S. with thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers. They offer a huge variety of plants, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, and shrubs, all tailored to your climate and space with an easy online ordering process and quick delivery straight to your door. Plus, with their Alive and Thrive guarantee and expert support, your plants will arrive healthy and you'll receive guidance on choosing the right plants and learn how to properly care for them. So if you're like, man, I don't know what in the world to grow. I don't know how to grow it. Will it even grow here? Boom. Just go to the resource center at fastgrowingtrees.com. You can figure it out. Type in your zip code. It'll give you your zone. We're in zone 8. There it is. 8, baby. So we know what can grow here. It's super simple. And like we said before, we are big believers in fruit trees. We like fruit trees. We like orchards. We like all the things. So if that's something that's interested you, start it now. Do a project with your kids, right? Like I planted the 2 persimmon trees with my boys as in honor of them. So whether you're looking at privacy, shade, or natural beauty to your yard, you can talk to a plant expert about your soil type, landscape design, how to take care of plants, and everything else you need. There is no green thumb required. Plus, you don't want to spend your weekends driving around looking for plants from a very limited selection. FastGrowingTrees.com has something for you. This spring, they have the best deals for your yard, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using the code
Duck
at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at FastGrowingTrees.com using the code
Duck
at checkout. FastGrowingTrees.com code
Duck.
Now's the perfect time to plant. Use
Duck
to save today. Offers valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply.
So have y'all planned out what you're doing in your last 2 months?
Of our lives or?
Yeah, of your lives. No, of your lives.
He's driving that car.
That sounds good.
I wanna
just
be
the
in the
next
passenger
2 months.
seat.
What are y'all going to be up to?
I'm with you, Si, that monster
with
truck,
you.
mate.
We're all going.
What's on your bucket list?
Ooh. I don't know.
What do y'all want to do?
We have done a
Especially
lot.
while you're here.
I just want to meet Willie.
I saw some alligators. Y'all were messing with some alligators.
Yeah, we're trying to find wild alligators. That was.
Here he is. Can I see this
Here we
guy?
go. Is it real?
Is that
this?
real?
Why would it be fake?
I don't know. It's like an ornament.
Looks shiny.
Why
Somebody
you put,
killed
why
that
you
and
got
put it
resin on it? Give him a bit of
Well,
a
what do you?
I don't know if you know what happens when they die. They decay. So
Excuse me. Hey,
taxidermy.
y'all want to wrestle one or ride one or what?
I would love to. Yeah.
Well,
Genuinely.
hey, I know just the man. I got a contact to give it to right now.
Get us in touch, Si.
That man right over there.
Oh, yeah.
Cameraman.
Hey, Martin.
Martin don't wrestle alligators. He's
Martin
not
knows how to
Steve
do it.
Irwin Jr.
Oh, he does. Hey, look, y'all have to sign a release, though.
Yep, sign release.
That's right.
So what
Martin's been sitting over
happened
there.
to this guy?
But
He got hunted.
he said, I ain't wrestling.
But he can catch
I
them.
didn't
I've
say
been
you
with
was
him.
going to wrestle. They want to wrestle him.
Why would you wrestle him?
Yeah, you just got to supervise
does.
Hey, well, maybe they like my brother, who's a man. That's an
Hey,
alligator.
if this British Joe Dirt wants to wrestle an alligator, well, I don't think that's on our property.
I'm ready. You get on the back, you hold the head down, right? You stop the jaw from moving, tape it up, you're good
Your
to
hands,
go.
these alligators are much bigger.
He's like this.
No, I'm wrestling a little puppy, you know?
Oh, he's talking about a little baby one.
Yeah.
That's not wrestling.
Like this.
Hey, a puppy.
This size.
No, smaller than that.
Yeah, he wants it a little bit. Now that he's looked at the teeth,
Yeah.
he said, a little tiny.
Well, this guy was shocked. Whatever you did to him, look.
Yeah.
Look at the look on his face.
Those are marbles.
Can I ask
All right.
what this? Thank you so much for the gifts, but
Yeah, we got y'all some duck
This is
calls.
incredible.
By
Thank
the
you.
way,
this is so cool.
why don't you give it a test and we'll let Si judge you?
Yeah, here we go.
Can you explain
No, just
how
go for
these
it.
work?
Well,
Just
go
get-
for it, then we'll tell you.
That's a very good hoot owl.
Sounds like a fruity duck.
No. That's a very good hoot owl.
Well, it's a
really?
bit of a zesty duck, minus.
But it ain't a duck.
He said zesty. You were holding that like a crumpet tea, is what I would say. I feel like I'm about to meet the queen, and she's gonna.
Hey, that's a bit for you.
Yeah, there it is.
King Charles going to walk in like, come on,
Oh yeah.
for the crown, for the
Follow
crown.
me.
So,
Is
no
he in
duck-
charge of anything?
Not really.
still don't get it.
No. Look, I'm going to be honest. It's you guys that are keeping our economy alive. You Americans love the royal family. Maybe not you guys, but the tourism brings in a lot of money. So,
The tourism to
yeah,
see
no, crazy.
to see a king who ain't in charge of nothing.
To see the palace.
The
You guys love
changing
the
of
whole
the guard.
palace.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like the old movies. You guys get caught up in it. Romance. Especially you, Si. I know you love a chick flick, right? Do you love a romance film? British, you know?
Best British movie I ever saw was Men in Tights.
I've never seen that. That's
You've
a
never
different-
seen
that's a
Robin
different
Hood?
movie, man. That's a
You've
different
never seen
website.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, and you're from Nottingham?
No.
Never seen it. We saw
My
it.
friend,
we saw
I'm
it.
about to show you America.
Oh,
We
no,
lived
no.
it. We lived it. We was
It's
in
the greatest
times.
movie of all
No,
time.
the greatest movie ever made with a Brit in it
Here we go.
was
Drop the gem.
Bridge over River Kwai.
Oh, but before y'all go, our Canadian producer Beth
Yep.
has questions about the UK as well. Is Willie a bad word?
Willy means your penis.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kids. Oh,
Hey, that's the medical term.
sorry.
that's
I
technical.
didn't-
Hey,
I
that's
forgot-
the medical
I know,
term.
I forgot
Family
there were
show.
Kids in the audience.
Family
I'm so sorry.
show.
Bleep that, okay?
Well,
It's
hey,
kinda like the-
that's
the-
a medical term.
Kiddie, childish way of saying it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
No, that's something else, Martin. Martin thought of something else. No, that's.
What did you think it was when you heard that word?
I thought it was just my old boss.
Willie.
no.
But that checks out. Anyways,
That checks out. I like to see what you did there.
no, but there's all sorts of weird words that
Hey.
they say. Are there any words we say that y'all like have pause on? They're like, oh no, did they really just say that?
Yeah. So, what do you guys call your
Bum.
But it begins with F. You would say it's a fanny, right? You might say that. No, you call it
Wrong
a fanny.
state. We're not
Oh,
gonna call
really?
it your
Well,
fanny.
that would mean the woman's parts in the UK.
Oh
you can't
boy!
say it.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
yeah, yeah.
we've
Yeah.
gone down a road we can't
Guys,
come.
I don't want to. I'm trying to be, PC here. There's kids in the studio.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to describe it. That's a weird thing you guys do. You know? Yeah. It's okay. Manager's still calling. Phone's still going off. Hasn't stopped.
No,
the
that's
whole
our manager
podcast.
now. That's
yeah,
ours.
Yeah, that's Willie. There he is. There, outside the door, just like. "Argh."
So have you ever heard this phrase? We're down like 4 flat tires.
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't
It
mean
means we're
literally, does
buddies.
it?
We're close. We go way back. We're down.
We're down like 4 flat tires.
Yeah, you can use that.
I'm
one.
going to let you know that the 70s, whenever he was around, were a
That's
different
not true.
time than.
That's not true. We're still.
I've
hey,
never heard that in my life.
I used to.
But he's wearing a Rolex.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Maybe you're
repping
out of
the-
touch now. Maybe.
A man with a
Yeah.
Rolex can tell anybody what he wants. If you're from the 70s, you're from the 70s.
What happened here?
He's got a Rolex. He's so rich. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
He nailed Johnny D.
all I've
Can
done
you stay
today
for a while?
is sell crickets and worms. So back off.
Hey, there's money in worms. Supply and demand. I like it.
There's
Recurring
money in
customers.
worms.
Get yourself a
There's
Rolex.
money in
guys. Get
worms.
some worms. Get a Rolex. Anyway, sorry for
Who
calling
is
you
this
out.
guy?
Sorry,
no,
mate.
you did it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you are cancelled. Okay, I'm joking.
I'm uncancelable.
Yeah, true.
He's witty.
Yeah,
You've got to.
I like
No,
it.
I'm not.
Bless your heart took us a while to get hold of.
Bless your heart.
That's what
Yeah.
they said when you
Wow,
ate the
bless your
crawfish
little heart.
head.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
We thought it was a nice thing. Bless
No,
your heart.
it's we
Bless
feel
your
bad
heart.
for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Bless your little heart, darling.
Well, it's how you say it, right? It's the way you say it sometimes. It can mean nice things, it can mean a bad thing.
If
No?
it's after you ate a crawfish head, it's definitely not.
It means we
nice.
did it wrong.
It's not good.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You got me when I seen they showed me y'all saying something on the phone.
We
I don't have a
do,
phone.
okay, we do say stuff on a phone.
Something about your eyes.
Oh yeah, so everywhere he goes,
Yeah.
they say, Josh, the girls, the pretty women say, I love your eyes. Can I have your eyes? And he said, no, but our
Let him
children.
take over.
No,
Our
you're
children
about to say
can't.
my line. You're gonna steal my. No, I'm joking.
I was telling him.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. Well, funny story about eyes. We've got what just happened literally an hour
Oh,
ago in
yeah.
a gas station.
Well, I was in that gas station and the woman points at me. She goes, you. I was like, huh? She goes, come over here. And I was like, oh, what have I done? And she goes, you can't be walking around here with those eyes, those pretty blue eyes. I was like, uh-oh.
Because she saw the video. She went, is this you? I like these baby blues. I was like, he's about to get kidnapped. Yeah. But the line from the video was, a lady might say, you've got beautiful eyes. Can I have your eyes? And I say, no, but your children can. And Americans, it sounds a bit creepy saying it.
I've
here,
never heard him
actually.
say that.
Saying it in
I'm
front of
gonna
another
throw up.
man
I'm gonna throw
seems
up.
a bit creepy.
Hey, I
a bit
think
Ted
that is
Bundy-ish.
a great pickup line.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never
you've
wanna
got
hear
a
it
great
again.
pickup line? Or is that a great pickup line?
He said
that
that's
was a
a
great
giving you
pickup line.
Si, if I've got your approval, that's all that
Because
matters.
my son-in-law,
He said the
you know,
same
when he
thing.
met my daughter, you know, his line was, hey, will you have my babies?
Respect.
What's your best pickup
I
line,
said,
Si?
Hey, she did 4
I'm
of
gonna
them.
win this.
What's your best pickup sign? Jace wants to know
Yeah, what's
your
your
best
best pickup
pickup
line?
What's your
line.
best pickup line, Si?
Don't steal mine.
I'm ready. I want
That
everyone's.
would be, hey, let's get on the dance floor and let's see what kind of moves you got, girl.
Straight to the point. I like it.
Straight to the point.
I like that though.
But, hey,
Are y'all young single
No.
men just traveling America?
No, we're both in a relationship.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
because hey, I went
This ain't
back,
gonna help you then.
back in my day. Okay, I was at the club, and this.
The club, that's weird you
saying
saying it, Si. That's mental.
Hey, look.
I was at the club. That's crazy.
It was the dance hall back
Clip
then.
that.
Call that one of these. And they came running over.
But anyway, this woman, okay, who was finer than wine.
Yep.
Okay, was
pretty good.
running.
That's good.
Was running all of the gentlemen off of the floor. Till she come up and asked me to dance, and then look, hey, for the rest of the night, the only 2 people dancing was me and her.
Tell him.
Because hey, we kicked the doors off, the windows out, and hey, we put on a show.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh no, we did.
Yeah. Fair. Have you got the moves? Would you a
Oh, yeah,
dancer back in
yeah.
the day?
I could have done it back in.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a very good dancer. Us Brits can't dance.
What do you got in the legacy box?
All your legacies.
Whatever you want. You can put anything you want to that you need digitized in your legacy box. Look, so let me tell you about what legacy box is. Look, everybody's got that old closet full of pictures collecting dust. Get that stuff digitized where you can watch it any time you want to. And look, you got Father's Day coming up now. Your dad wants his old stuff. That's just true. And now that I'm a dad, I want my old stuff. My kids go in there messing with my old stuff. I get madder than if they mess with my new stuff. Because I can go replace my new stuff. I can't replace my old stuff. With Legacy Box's spring cleaning sale, you can check digitizing your memories off your to-do list and protect them forever for only $9 a tape. Look, Legacy Box is the simple, affordable, they've thought of everything solution for preserving your past. Just load up your Legacy Box with old tapes, film, photos, whatever you got. Send it in and get everything back digitized on the cloud, ready to watch and share from anywhere. And our favorite part, everything is digitized by hand right here in the USA. I liked it so much, I took all of our old duck hunting stuff, all our old Duckman films, all the old footage, and they are steadily turning that into digital stuff. So you'll actually be able to see that stuff that we weren't ever able to share prior to this because of our friends at Legacy Box. And they right out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. It says USA, but I know where they're at. We send it to Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That's a cool
where it
place.
goes. They send you a box with some labels. You go in there, you peel the label off, you put it on what you want it done. It's a little barcode. Then you put that back in the box. You seal the box up. You put a shipping label on it, and you send it out the door. It is that simple. You don't have to do nothing. You ain't got to fill out nothing. They do it all for you. Makes it super simple. And it's great. Like it's full quality. Everything's there. Check protecting your memories off your spring cleaning to-do list with Legacy Box. Visit legacybox.com/duck to shop their $9 tape sale and get 90 days free access to Legacy Box Cloud. That's legacybox.com/duck to unlock this incredible offer.
But anyway, I don't want to let you get away with saying your best pickup line. Then we're going to go to Josh here. So I wouldn't.
My name's not Josh, by the
he
way.
believes-
I told you that a
Hold
long
on.
time ago because everybody else's name
Do you
was
know
Josh.
what? I thought a guy named Josh wouldn't have a Rolex. So what is your name? That's actually took me by surprise because I would have a Rolex if all Josh had a Rolexes. So please tell me your name. What is it?
Yeah,
like?
he's more hung up on my watch than you are, Phillip.
yeah. This is unbelievable. So what is your
British
name?
people and their jewelry.
Yeah.
He's like, a person from West Monroe can do this? They have money?
We have class systems. We're like really poor,
yeah,
you know, so we can't afford it. So
I'm related to the king. But
Really?
Actually, I think that's true.
He's
No
related
way.
to
If you
the
go
king.
back. Yeah, no, if you go back.
Yeah, everyone's related to the king back then.
Were
It was
you?
Inbred back then, wasn't it? Everyone was related.
I don't know how it
Yes.
works. I'm an American now.
Yeah. So can I get your name? Actual name?
John David.
John David.
Or Josh, whichever one you want.
call you Josh. Yeah.
He was amazed that everybody in the room's name was Josh. I was like,
that?
Josh, good to meet you. And I just left it.
John David, John Phillip, John Silas.
Yeah, we're all Johns.
We're all John down here.
That's actually kind of true.
Okay, fair enough.
Phillip used to be, you ever seen the movies with the rollerbladers dancing?
What film?
What, and like the wooden floors and
Yeah.
disco.
Yeah, I-
That's what he did to get women.
So Fat Boy, he moves pretty good.
Got those strong roller skates.
He's catching strays.
They've never seen a fat person before. They're from
well,
Crazy.
I hang around
Is
there.
this what they look like? His toes are like bulging out his sandals. It's amazing. Get him in a museum now. No, I'm joking.
Martin,
Hey,
come help me.
it's a great beard. I'm joking.
It's a great beard.
I met the girl. I met the girl that I married in an aerobics class. She was the teacher.
Of course you did.
Yeah, and so that's. I mean, I didn't have any great line.
You
I
still
did-
do aerobics now, or you
Look at me. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I was implying.
He's staring you that way.
I took you down a dusty road there.
Yeah, you did.
Dusty
joking.
road.
I'm joking. I'm playing.
No. John Day, what do you
Picking
got?
up women. So you know mine. I've told it many times.
Yeah.
You walk up to the girl, you say, hey, you want to go get a pizza and make out?
It's either yes or
I
no.
thought you was going to come with something a little bit better than that. I'm not going to lie.
No, they never say yes.
There's layers.
There's layers to this.
Okay.
They always ask.
They always go,
They
huh?
always ask.
What kind?
Are we going to eat the pizza first, or are we going to make out?
No, they normally say no, and then you just say, you don't like pizza?
Yeah. You know what, pizza?
Then they laugh. Next thing they know, they're at a Pizza Hut and they don't know how they got
They
there.
don't know how they got
And that's
there.
why he's got a Rolex. Come
Hey.
on, baby.
Hey, right there, 3 kids later, baby.
Oh, yeah.
My man.
It works.
My man.
How old are y'all? I can't tell how old British
guess.
people
Hold
are.
on.
Let's guess.
Y'all are
let's
kind of
guess.
like,
So what's your
I don't
guess
know anything.
on how old these guys are? Jase and Josh.
they're both in a
Josh
relationship.
is 24,
24.
and he is
Jase
22.
is 22. I'm going to say
Oh, he's older
26,
than that.
25.
What are you saying, Si, for Jace?
He's already said it. He's 22.
22.
No, 30, 32, 29. You can never tell British people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
31,
I'm
30.
30.
Yeah,
for sure.
30?
Yeah.
Fine wine, baby.
Yeah, but I've
hey.
I've had the hair transplant to make me look
Hey.
younger. I was losing my hair, went to Turkey, got it fixed, had some more years, you know. Yeah,
Well, take
yeah.
them off. You don't want to
Yeah.
add more, do you?
Oh,
that-
yeah, true.
I don't know how serious you are.
No,
serious.
what 1,000,000%? I've been
You
over-
went to Turkey
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
to get more hair?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you
And
can't,
went to
you
You're
can't,
like, yeah, that's what I did.
you can't
Listen.
just buy it.
This is a common thing among men. I know why you guys are wearing hats. Oh,
Oh, no. you
okay,
guys.
respect.
Bum,
Hey.
bum, bum.
You got me.
Hold on, JD.
Yeah, do it.
That's it, mate.
Do it. Are you hat fishing? Let's take a look. I'll get you to.
No,
My
hey.
man, you're okay. Okay, listen. I went to Turkey. Mine was going.
How old are you? Yeah, well, you're 30.
no,
How old
this
were
was
you
like
when you got turkey transplant
2 years,
hair?
2 years
Is
ago.
it your hair or is
It's
it
his
a
hair,
Turkish
it's not-
man's?
No, so what they do is they take 3,000 hairs from the back of your head because you never lose hair from the back of your head, and they put it all in the front, so you got a hairline for life.
Martin?
Yeah.
Martin's good with it.
No. I don't have the head
Booking
shape
a flight
for
to
it.
Turkey, right?
You don't have.
My head is like a mushroom. It goes out. So if I
Wait,
thought,
okay.
I can't go bald. It won't look good. Si, rocking it. You know what I mean? Everyone's looks good. Good head shape. I haven't. I've got that European blockhead, you know? And it just doesn't work.
Minecraft.
So, yeah, okay. Who said Minecraft?
You did.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that's a violation. Okay. But yeah, the hair's sorted. Hairline for life now. I'm gonna fool the kids. The kids
What
will grow
happens
up.
if that falls out?
It won't.
How do you know?
I don't.
He don't. That's what I always said. Well, wait a minute. It's falling out. You know,
He went to
all
Turkey.
all you're going to do is put it back, and that's going to fall
You
out.
put it back. Well, I've got a girlfriend now. She's got to live with it, you know. So
Yeah.
if it falls out,
There you go.
deal with it.
That's right.
You know. Yeah. So it's fine.
Well, hey, maybe
Listen,
they
guys,
put-
don't be ashamed. If you're losing the hairline, get yourself to Turkey.
Hey, look, he may put it in with the gorilla.
We go to Mexico for our weird procedures.
Gorilla group.
Why don't they do that in England?
Oh, they do, but if you go to Turkey, it's like 5 times cheaper. And I got it for free. Social media.
Oh man,
Wow.
Turkey is the Mexico of Europe. That is what we've learned.
No, it actually is, genuinely.
I just learned that.
Yeah.
Do they have chips and salsa?
What, in Turkey?
Yeah.
I think it's an Arab
more like
country.
kebabs, I
I think
think.
it's more
And
curry
Mexico
goat.
wins. All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have y'all been to Mexico?
No, we went to the border, and everyone was like, where was
that's
we?
not the one
New
you want to
Mexico?
go to.
Went to
New Mexico border.
Very different.
Is it?
The New Mexico border or the border between New Mexico and Mexico?
The border between New Mexico and Mexico.
Yeah.
That's different.
And they said, if you go there, you're going to die. So we said, let's go there. We always say content
we got to
first.
the border.
And then they came
Safety
to
second.
And then they came to Shreveport.
To be fair, I don't know where you were in more danger: Turkey, Shreveport, or the border of Mexico.
Listen, we love Shreveport. Say
Yeah.
for the camera, we love Shreveport. Shreveport.
There are some great places in Shreveport.
Genuinely though, we want to give Shreveport another go because I feel like people from Shreveport are a little bit angry, but we might give it another go.
I got your back. Shreveport sucks. Anyways,
No comment.
Why is your manager calling me now?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? No
hey,
comment.
trust me, there's like 3 people in Shreveport with an iPhone. Nobody saw that.
Okay, good.
How do you turn this thing off?
I hate Shreveport with everything I have.
Okay.
I'm just surprised you could drive through there to get to here.
Yeah,
How terrible was that road?
listen, this is beautiful interior in here. It looks beautiful. I love the deers on the wall with
Yeah.
the caps. I like it. It's like modern. With
They're
a bit of-
also going bald. We're sending them to Turkey later.
Send them to Turkey. There we go. Give the deers a mullet. Let's go.
JD.
We got to end this because we're going
this
off
has
the
been a
rails.
ride, guys.
We do end every one with the Bible verse,
Yes,
and I was
sir.
told y'all brought one yourselves.
Absolutely.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, okay. Let me.
Let's hear the-
If I know that. I don't need. Okay,
You don't need
let's
a
do it.
Bible, you got it
Okay.
memorized.
Are you ready? Here we go. My favorite verse out of the whole Bible. And there's a lot. Romans 8:11. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you.
Excellent.
But when you really deep that, it blows your mind.
Excellent.
Yeah, if we went full theology on that,
If you let Si go on that, another hour on the podcast.
That's right.
So I love it. And thank you for the your guys, preaching. I like it.
Well, thank you for joining us today. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
I didn't
Josh,
even know I was going to
where
be
can
here.
we find you guys at if people are wanting to follow y'all?
So we're just Josh and Jase with an S, not with a C, everywhere, like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah.
There you go. Go check them out. I've recently found them due to their Shreveport mischievousness, and
Me too.
It brought joy to my heart to see somebody in a motel in Shreveport panicking. It's a fun time. They're great guys.
Yep.
Brothers in Christ from a long way away, but
And remember, sell worms, you get a Rolex. All the best.
That's the name of the podcast, isn't it? That's the name of the episode.